Good morning. Uber driver Laura is taking us to the airport. We've got our bags in the back, the bags that are going to fit inside the R8, leaving Christchurch. Then the first stop is going to be Singapore for 2 nights, then Heathrow, then Swindon, then R8. Okay, little quick stop in Singapore, and then we'll carry on our way. Okay, one of the things that we like to do when we're travelling is actually find a great cafe, and there are lots of great cafes in every single city all around the world, but you really have to go looking for them. So get on Google, do the search, and then search again and again and again and read the reviews. Check out this flat white. Best in Singapore, guaranteed. That's good. Marina Bay Sands, that's where we were last night, right up the top. It's pouring with rain, but it's winter time, it's 29 degrees. Our longest travel day. We got to the airport in Singapore about 16 hours ago, transited through the airport and boarded the plane, and this is a 14-hour flight approximately from Singapore to London. We are just preparing the plane now for landing, so we're about 50 minutes from landing in London. This is where we are now, landing. Once we get the car, we'll be heading down here to the crossing, and then we stay tomorrow night. We stay here tonight. We're staying in Swindon, tomorrow night here, and then we get into Paris and we start to work our way down to this part, which is where all the driving roads are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt signs off.
In half a mile at junction 15, take the A346A 419 exit to Marlborough, Swindon.
All right, so we're here at REPerformance. This is Ricky.
Nice to meet you. I don't know which one to look at. There's too many.
Well, you just look at Christine or me.
Okay.
So I found you in a chat room. That's quite weird, and it's not the first guy I found in a chat room about cars.
Yeah.
But you were. Everyone sort of mentioned your name when it came to R8s.
Yeah.
What's all that about? Like, you've got a history of them.
So I was essentially development engineer for Audi.
Yep.
On them. So.
Yep.
I did 2008-9 onwards. So I was powertrain engineer. Yep. Mainly, so engines on. I specialised in V10s, and ever since they followed me around. So
wow. Yeah. So this is your workshop, right? So
this is my place.
When did you start this, and what
2016, January 2016, I opened the business. Yep. And that was in a little no bigger than that detailing bay.
Yes.
When I started. Yep. But yeah, I was doing stuff at home. Yep. I had 3-4 R8s on a driveway at home, and it was like, oh, there's a business here somewhere. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just opened the door and never stopped.
So what is it that you love about the R8 particularly? Because you don't just do R8s, but you have a lot of them here.
Yeah. So what do we do? So what's outside at the minute?
There's a green one.
Yeah, there's a green Aventador S. Yep. An LP700 left yesterday. There's a Huracan. Yep. There's a Gallardo. All the R8s.
Yeah. Too many to count.
Yeah. I think client counted start of the week. There was like 18 here.
Wow. So the reason I came to you, one of the reasons was that obviously you know the R8s inside out. Are there sort of common things that come up with them?
Yeah.
What
depending on what one or what age.
Yep.
Magride is probably the biggest.
Yep.
That's the biggest.
Yes.
So we probably convert a car a week now off Magride.
Off Magride onto something else, either a fixed suspension or a
we just
variable.
use R8 passives.
Right.
So we just use, if you'd spec your car without Magride,
Yep.
That's what we fit. I can take your car off Magride, put it on passives, and you'll be like, oh my God, car's transformed.
Yeah, wow.
What else? If it's a manual, the slave cylinders on the clutches, clutch pedal gets really heavy, like what yours was.
Yep. And that's around what, I'm thinking kilometres, but what is that, 50,000 miles, 40,000 miles?
Yeah, the earlier ones were worse because they didn't have a shroud over the release bearing, over the slave cylinder, so it got built up with clutch dust, and that's what jammed it up. The later ones are better. I've seen clutches go at 5,000 miles, I've seen clutches go at 60,000 miles. Yeah, right. All comes down to right boot. Right boot, left boot. So how it's driven. What else?
Same with Artronics, right?
Artronics is harder to see. So what you'd normally find on an Artronic is slip on shift.
Yes, that's right.
So if you do flat
I had that.
or hard power, high power shift, it'll like be lazy on gear shift.
Yes, and I had a kind of a clunkiness. With it, Artronic's known to be a wee bit clunky, but it was like really clunky.
Yeah, so everyone thinks it's a flat shift gearbox. You can't flat shift in it. The better thing to do is to lift ever so slightly.
Yes.
But if you let the car deal with it, it will just cut a load of power out and then bring it back in, and you like rock in the car. So
I know, like when I'd done 60,000 Ks in my R8 and I put a brand new clutch and flywheel in one, and it was like a new car. And the Artronic was like, well, this is great. I used to hate it before that, and then now I understand. Well, when it's new, it's really nice.
Yeah, we've just taken an R8 GT off Artronic and converted it to manual.
Yes.
But that Artronic
I saw that.
in that
that's
car.
cool. That's
that
a
was
great
a
video.
track
I'm going to link that video in the description
because
that's cool.
So we've just finished that now. We've got to do a final video on it. But only one in the world. Yeah, that's R8 GT. I mean, that car is like a time attack car anyway, so that's pretty trick. But
because you can't get manual cars anymore. There's not many of them even for sale. No,
that's not. So Huracan was never manual.
Yep.
Ferraris after 458 onwards.
Yep.
No manuals.
Yep.
R8 up until
15 was it?
You could, but there's 7.
Yep.
So if you can find a facelift Gen 1 Plus in the UK manual, there's 7 of them. Yeah, there was 9, 2 are gone, and I look after all 7.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, let's have a quick look around your... You want to give us a wee tour, and we'll follow you around?
So you're in the engine room at the minute?
Yes.
So there's a V10 in build at the moment.
Yep.
There's 2 McLaren engines, 2 blocks sat down on the floor next to you. There's a Dodson gear kit out to go in my car. There's a wave track diff. Yeah, a couple of McLaren cylinder heads.
That's awesome. This is nice having this little room through there. So then we come into the main
Then we come into the bit that hides, so like carbon intake manifold for my car.
Yep.
And then that's like deaf corner. So old gearboxes, old engine cases, just kind of like hidden out of the way.
Yep.
Then
so you must be the largest Audi R8 servicing person in the UK.
Yeah, we do. So we use something called TPS, and we shift more R8 parts a year than like the rest of the network combined or something.
Not surprising.
So
that's pretty cool.
Then we've got Pro Detail in there, so that's Jordan's own business. He's just in here. So,
awesome.
He'll do XPEL film, ceramic coating.
I see that on your Instagram quite a bit. We should link that as well.
Yeah, so we link up a lot. So a lot of my clients are his, a lot of his clients are mine.
Yep.
And that's his second little bay as well.
Yep.
Then we've got 2 working ramps. So we've got Mitch on one, Carl on the other.
Yep.
They're just putting this, so we've put an exhaust on the back of an R8 and we just need to line the tips up. So we put the exhaust on, put the bumper on, line the tips up, and then it all comes back apart to put the heat shields on.
Yep. That's great.
My dyno in the corner, but that's a bomb site at the minute because I was here till midnight last night putting the engine in my bike.
So were you racing this weekend?
No, I was racing last weekend.
Yep. Is it warm enough out there?
Yeah. But my engine failed, so I had to put a new engine in the bike.
Yes.
So that's going to dyno today to get tested because I'm out on Monday.
Right.
So it's carnage.
Nice.
Then obviously yours goes today.
We should have a look at mine.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Have a look. Yeah. Yours goes today. The black twin turbo goes today.
Yep.
The white Spyder on a ramp goes today.
Yep.
The black plus at the back goes today. Jordan's got 2 going out. So Friday always
Madness.
Turns into a bit.
I'm sorry, I could have come a different day, but
that's all right.
In fact, I'm regretting it because it's school holidays out there. So we should. Here it is. So this is it. So what do you think
unusual,
of it?
Do you know what, it's a good car. It's unusual spec.
Yep.
And when I say spec, I mean colours.
Yes, which I love the colour. So I like something a bit different.
Okay.
So I mean, in New Zealand, it's black, white, grey. That's all we have.
Okay.
No colours. So I intentionally look for something a different spec.
So normally, when you go away, when you look at the Spyders, and you go away from like a white or a black car.
Yep.
And you go away from a black roof, it's normally a red roof. So
I know,
I've seen these with like the red roof.
I've seen them with a black roof as well, but never the brown roof.
No.
So that kind of attracted me.
Right, okay.
And also I've got the model of this.
Right,
This was the launch, I think it was a launch for the 2010, Audi. So they made the model and they made it exactly the same. So
right, okay.
Yeah.
And then, cream
which,
leather as well.
Yep.
But no, it's lovely. So
yeah, it looks tidy.
Full service, clutch.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what else we've done for you.
So what did we do? Clutch. I think there was the little niggly oil misting, which she said wasn't major.
Nah, nothing too major. We've just top to bottomed it for you really, but someone's done some nice bits. Got ECS discs on it and a few other little bits.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're not original. They've been painted, I guess.
No, they're aftermarket.
Yeah, are they aftermarket wheels or just
No. The wheels have been painted.
Yes.
And then they've changed the brake discs. They've put ECS rotors on it.
Gotcha. So they're good.
Yeah, operated discs, 2-piece discs.
Yep. So, Other than that, exhaust is original?
You've got I'm sure you had a Miltech on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that switchable or is it?
No,
it's just constant?
Yeah, just constant path.
So. A lot of people change exhaust, don't they?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest mod we do is changing exhaust.
Yep. Which
is why there's one in there at the minute having exhaust done. There's another exhaust sat waiting to go on.
Yeah, because they're very subdued sound otherwise.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Stock. And the new facelift Gen 2s are even worse with OPF filters and stuff. So, yeah. Different kettle of fish.
Yeah, that's great. So this is what's your process back here? Look at this. I mean, this is I've never seen so many R8s in one place.
There isn't a process. We fly by the seat of our pants.
I love it.
This is organised chaos.
No, that's cool.
My red one is outside. We got to bring that back in a minute because that's ready to go for sale.
Yep.
So
wow, that's great.
It's mad.
It is.
Mad.
I love it. So, thank you so much. I'll wrap it here. Thank you so much. It's been so good to find you and someone that knows and loves these cars as much as I do. It's great to know that it's been in good hands.
Yeah.
And I think the next car I get in the UK, I might have to contact you and just give it a bit of a look over.
We do quite a bit.
Just because I think in New Zealand, it's hard to find anyone with the experience because there's not so many cars.
Yeah.
It's just not. They're not there. They might do 2 R8s in a year.
Even like mainland Australia. My friend lives in Brisbane.
Yep.
I reckon I'd be a millionaire by now if I lived over there.
Yeah.
Because
there is a lot over there.
No one knows.
Yeah.
I think he was saying, McLaren, the nearest McLaren centre to Brisbane's like Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's right. So
snakes, though.
Excellent, man. Snakes and spiders, man.
The spiders I can deal with, but when when you go to the Steve Irwin Zoo in Brisbane, and they've got the house of all the 9 of the 10 deadliest snakes in the world are from Australia.
I know.
You're like, nah.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, thank you so much.
Cool, no worries.
Awesome.
All right,
cheers.
Have a safe trip home.
Thanks, will do.
Bye.
Thanks, Ricky. Coming up in the next episode, a false start and we're back in the workshop with air conditioning problems. Hours of delays crossing into France on the first day of the UK's summer holidays. And our first night in France, we're locked out of the hotel and we're sleeping in the R8.